Based on that, Matt, I already have a full USB soundboard for it.
Oh.
Right. Oh.
Everything's fine. Just everything's fine.
Everything
Just keep
fine?
going. Yeah, everything's
Am I
fine.
muted?
No.
Am I-
Everyone can hear you. Everyone can hear us. Everything's fine.
Is the audio,
Okay.
did the audio stop?
No, everything's fine.
No.
Everything's fine. Trust me. I know. I know I'm sus.
Backwards.
I know I'm sus.
Is that paused?
This isn't Among Us.
It's paused. Yes.
Okay.
Everything
It's
is
not
So I was trying to
paused.
find out.
fine.
What do you mean
It's not paused. It's not paused. I have fantasy ambience going.
Oh, well.
Well, guess what broke again?
Yeah, it's also not playing for me right now, so you might have to
The
pause it and
song
restart
finished,
it.
and that's all we got. Hit play again? I don't know.
I just did it. Would you give me a second? Anything?
It wouldn't be a stream without technical difficulties.
Wow, you know, all the effort we put into getting BattleBounds to work before the stream, and as soon as we're live, it breaks.
Nope. We're live. F you.
Hi, guys!
Do we hear anything?
Nope.
No.
It's not even lit up.
Yeah.
Good, great, fantastic. Went through 10 minutes of fucking troubleshooting to get it working, only to have it break in the first 10 seconds.
At least when I refresh this time, it still has the what's been played list.
I'll try refreshing.
Well, while we're doing all that,
I gotta delete my cookie.
ditching
Oh
the
no,
beta
there it
tonight.
is.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're back with more Adventures in Middle-earth.
I'm back in.
We're all here with our brains scrambled, and by all of us are here. The entire party's here. Fantastic.
Happy Tuesday!
Yeah, fuck that. We're leaving what happened last Tuesday behind. The amount of shitty rolls that were conducted is obscene and should be illegal. All right? None of that anymore tonight. We're at least going to be mostly 10s and higher, please, maybe. I can't give you guys things to do if you're consistently rolling 9s and lower.
You can kill us.
Do you want me to?
You know, since I just got a shiny last session, yeah, this seems the appropriate time to off me.
Alright.
I feel like we should all, just for like 30 seconds, do like this deep breathing meditation to just let it all out and start over.
I'm
I'm
good.
taking
My
melatonin now. We'll see how this goes.
my chaos is primed and ready to go.
I'm assuming those of you that refresh still don't hear anything.
Nope.
To the non-beta.
Yep.
Oh, why though? I worked so hard.
We all worked hard, Kevin. Shit in life happens.
Can I
You
have
got
the link for
you
the
tried
not
so
beta?
hard and got so far, but in the end, does it even really matter?
I'm going to end you, Matt.
The game's not currently active.
It is now.
PvP session.
Ooh, we should do when we have to take a break from the campaign for a session or something, for one reason or another. We should do a PvP, just one-off, just to see.
Oh no.
No equipment, just straight builds.
I worked so. No, wait, I already said that. My mind is gone now.
Unless you get special equipment from your build, like the fighter and Amy does.
Log in? What's my login?
Thinking Battle Rager.
No.
5e template, they get their ridged armor as part of their class feature at 5.
I am not a robot.
Yes, you are.
Are you sure?
Apparently it doesn't believe me.
Perhaps we are all robots living in a simulation.
We're just Sims.
Okay.
Doom, doom,
I'm
doom.
gonna attempt a recap here. Beyond the utter shit show of rolls last week, the Fellowship, 3 of them freshly broken out of prison, met with Wynn and Ashland and discussed their next steps to flee the city. From there, they made plans to split up briefly. Fig and Locke we're going to pursue a rumor of a particular worn elven blade stored in a warehouse nearby the wharf in the southern district of Osgiliath. While Cirion and Malvhor were going to find a route for escape, which they was started over by going over to the King's Respite to speak with Wynn, who had just left.
Didn't get yelled at.
Max. Sorry.
Fig and Locke initially got pretty far along in their heist, but were eventually discovered and had to hold off a couple of guards while Locke eventually found 2 objects of interest to him, and the 2 of them fled back out into the city of Osgiliath, leaving the Gondorian guard behind. Cirion and Malvhor, following the advice of Wynn, went in search of a sewer entrance, specifically in the old bathhouse that was sort of in the southwestern area of Osgiliath. They eventually found it, left behind marks for hopefully the rest of the party to follow, and then made their way down into the sewers of Osgiliath, and then eventually finding a large storm grate that leads out into the beyond the walls. Fig and Locke eventually, with Wynn pointing the direction and Ashlyn tagging along, found the markers and were able to get back with their companions just as daybreak reached the city. And that is where we're going to pick up tonight. And hopefully only good things will happen from here on out.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear more positivity in your guys'
Yeah!
voice. Jesus.
Sorry, I'm a realist. Deal with it.
I'm a realist
Who are
too,
we?
but
We are effed.
I now have music playing in Battle Bards.
I hear it.
Yay!
Good.
Yay, regular's not busted.
I was
Good
about to
old
throw it all out the
regular
window.
battle bards. Always got our back.
Oh,
Bless you.
So,
thank
the
you.
4 of you, alongside Ashlyn, stand at the threshold of this large sewage grate that leads out into the fields right beyond the western side of the Anduin of Osgiliath. With the sun beginning to peek over the mountains in the east, and you can see the green grass begin to illuminate from the warm light, and a gentle breeze pushes itself across. What would you like to do?
Sounds like a little less of what we want to do and what we have to do to get the hell out of Osgiliath.
Nah, I was gonna say, unless someone objects.
Yeah, well, let's
I think we gotta get moving.
Yeah. The
Get the
quicker
fuck
and
outta here.
the quicker and the further away we can get from Osgiliath, the better off we'll be. So,
Yeah, I am not going to break a sweat once we get out. I'm just gonna like keep walking in a direction, assuming we know which direction to start going, and I'm gonna clutch my the necklace I have and like kind of murmur something under my breath, and then just like look at the others to make sure that we're all going the same direction and we're all going.
listen, I have a wild idea, everybody. What if we just
Oh, no. Go to
went
Lorien?
to Minas Mogul?
You know what? Fuck it, let's go.
Let's go.
Kevin's so easy to get on board with anything. I appreciate that,
You're on
Kevin.
the wrong side of the river.
You're on the wrong
You're on the
side
West
of the
Bank.
river.
I love that movie.
Looks like I got all the horses.
Hey, Benny! It looks like you're on the wrong side of the river!
Oh, such an underrated movie. I need to see this again now. It's
I
been too
love
long.
that movie, dude.
I smell a watch party.
Hell yes.
But no, yeah, we
For-
should just start a journey south.
Okay, so who in this party is going to be the guide?
Locke's
wait.
That you
Locke's
have-
volunteering, so he could do it.
Wait, We have Ashlyn with us, right?
Ashlyn is with you, yes.
Is she capable of doing anything?
Ashlyn, what's your skill set?
Don't ask me, ask her.
Can you
Are you
hunt?
familiar with rolls?
Can you hunt? Are you a good?
I worked in a bakery for my grandfather. What do you think I am with rolls?
She checks out, guys.
That's it. See you next week, guys.
We've already lost fucking control. This is just gonna be a chaos night.
It's just time to watch The Mummy. Okay.
I can do whatever you require of me on this journey. I've been around my grandfather long enough, I can read maps. And I've been around this area more times than I wish to. I know it very well, but I also know how to hunt. Whatever position you want me to fill, if any, I am more than willing to do it.
Honestly, I think we should have you help the hunter, because honestly, we have no food. And it doesn't matter how long or quick it takes us to get there. If we go hungry, it's gonna be bad.
Well, I think only one person can take one role, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Could
It's
we
just a
have
matter of
could we have
who can do.
Ashlyn help though?
No. Only one hunter, only one person who takes the role will be making the role.
No advantage?
No.
Not even a +2?
No.
You can't blame me
Okay,
for
so-
trying.
Because it devalues the embarkation role and all the journey events that might be having to do with it.
all right, so we've
Because of
got
how the DCs are actually set.
so we have guide, lookout, scout, and hunter, correct?
So Ashlyn's not doing anything.
Or one of us cannot do anything. It really depends on
Nah,
who
that's
we
not
see.
fun though.
So
Do to enjoy my game.
Let's just force Brian to make all the rolls tonight.
all right, so then do we just stick
I'm-
with what
I'm-
we've done before?
I'm just gonna fill in whatever roles not taken, because I'm not specially geared to any of these tasks. I think my best stat is like, what am I? Yeah, like history, investigation, law, performance, persuasion, traditions. None of that's gonna help on a journey. So
I mean,
Whereas I'm good for 3 out of the 4.
I'm proficient in perception, so
Probably
you
gonna
should
the
be lookout.
in that case.
all right, lookout I am.
I think lookout relies on perception. Dap's
I
guide.
feel-
I got stealth and
I can do-
survival.
and I've got stealth and perception.
Fig is hunter, because Fig wanted to be a hunter to prove herself.
Well,
make up
that's
for-
also for survival too,
Yeah.
I think, if I remember correctly. So
And that just leaves the scout left to Malvhor.
But how's your stealth?
unless you
My
want
stealth
Ashlyn
isn't
to-
terrible. I have a
unless
+3.
you want Ashlyn to take over.
No.
Okay,
I want to have an active roll.
fair enough. Okay, then I guess we'll.
If I roll a natural 1, I roll a natural 1.
It's one of those scout or guide is probably going to be the best one from me.
Be guide. Guide
Which
has
one
a guide
would you
has a
rather see?
guide has a huge impact on the journey. Be guide.
I'm pretty sure that's why I actually made the regen for the embarkation roll.
I'll be lookout. I mean, I'll be scout because scout relies more on stealth. My stealth is intel. My stealth is better than my perception, so I lookout. I mean, scout is better for me than lookout. The kid is good at perception, so he should be lookout. And then Fig, killer, is good at survival and should be hunter. That's how I think it should all shake out. And that's what most of you
Theoretically.
wanted to be anyway. That's what all of you wanted to be.
This is what we tried before. Yes. All right, then Ashlyn can do whatever she wants, I suppose.
We're gonna carry Ashlyn, and our backs are gonna hurt because Ashlyn's not gonna do anything productive for our journey.
Why do I feel
She's not
like
gonna do anything productive in the realm of making any rolls.
Why do
Clearly,
I-
she will be helping you guys.
If we get
Why
into
do I feel
combat,
like the
yes.
opposite is going to happen.
She's gonna carry all of us.
Why do I feel like, yeah.
I hope her shoulders are okay.
But I think we're set on our rolls.
Alrighty, that's
I'd say that is correct.
yeah.
All right, guide on the map. Show me the route you're going to take.
Draw
Jesus.
it out. I want to
No.
see. I want to see the wildest route. Honestly, I have 2 route ideas that would work. 3 if you want to do a crazy one, but I'm not the guide.
My guy, you're making a bold assumption that I even remember where we're going after 3 weeks.
Pelargir.
Pelargir.
Pelargir?
Yep, south, along the river. If we choose along the
Yeah,
river.
so honestly, my craziest plan is to walk toward Minas Morgul and then hug the mountains of Mordor south to Pelargir. Because
No!
we will not run into Gondorian soldiers there.
Yeah, just run to everything else.
Just trolls, orcs, goblins, maybe Shelob. Let's
Yeah,
go visit Shelob.
Level 4.
Matt, why do you hate us?
I'm
That
sorry, I'm
seems
wilding
mostly
tonight.
adequate of a path from what I can see.
I do not see anything, so I'll trust you.
I don't see anything either.
Well, damn it, I drew, but I don't know how to share it, apparently.
Did you draw something like this?
I don't even see what you're doing. Well, no. See, why can I see yours, but you can't see mine?
I have no idea. I also can't delete mine, so, well, maybe I can. Okay, thank you. Hey, I can see yours.
No idea what happened there. Oh, I just realized that Pelargir, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
go.
little further.
Around the bend. It looks like you're just basically following the river.
More or less. It seems a decent choice.
Food-wise, that should be smarter anyway because
Let's go fishing.
animals and people are going to be drawn to water, and there are fish there too.
Whoa,
so-
whoa, whoa, whoa. Animals and people?
Yes.
Are we hunting
For-
people?
People, too.
No, I'm just saying life in general
True.
is
We need
not
food. We'll do what we
resources
can,
of
man.
water, so that way, theoretically, more animals will show up to be able
True,
to hunt and
true.
stuff.
But now that
so-
raises, now that I brought that up, it raises an important question where all of our characters stand on cannibalism.
No.
Malvhor, yes. Anyone else, no. I will have no remorse about eating Malvhor. You all heard it here first.
Okay, this took a turn.
Alright, onward.
Look, based on how the rolls were last week, this isn't an unrealistic expectation.
Is that your departure roll? That 7?
Well, I had made that when we were just doing rolls
Oh,
for the
okay.
sake of doing rolls. I don't know. I was waiting to be told what else I add to it other than the D12. Because I feel like I remember some part of that changes each time.
It's your survival bonus plus half your wisdom modifier. Rounded up.
Oh, okay, so it's not any kind of random thing. Okay.
Nope, it's
So-
usually pretty stable unless for some reason events of the world change it.
Okay.
But
Perfect. Then, yeah. That was the route,
7.
even though I literally only... Well, sorry, I hadn't rolled that. Again, that was from before we even actually went.
oh,
Because Lindsay was getting all concerned, and I made the comment to her, it's like, now remember, I rolled a d12, not a d20.
go ahead
So-
and give me an embarkation roll then.
The actual embarkation roll.
The real
even
one!
though you
An
rolled a
11
D12.
for a 16! Look at you!
16.
I've had 2 embarkation rolls, and they've both been one off of perfect. You're welcome.
Very interesting.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
Right, I forgot. This isn't necessarily higher is better all the time.
No, it's
No.
not.
Keeps it interesting.
I say, is this like golf where we need the lower score?
No, I think it's different every time or something, depending on where you are.
Depends on the table that gets used.
Yeah.
All right. So, the four of you, alongside Ashlyn, step out into daybreak, and are met with a brisk wind that comes in from the west. And as you step out into the sunlight, and you feel the warmth begin to sort of soothe your muscles a bit and wake you up after the long night that you all had. And only going on a little bit of rest, but to press on to get out away from the city as far as you can, as quickly as you can. You get out several 100 feet, and in the distance, you see a large wall between Osgiliath and Minas Ithil. Those of you that have been here long enough would know this as Rammas Echor. This is the wall that was erected a few years back, shortly after Minas Ithil fell, as a bit of a buffer between Minas Ithil and the enemy's territory. You can continue on pushing, following Locke's guide, and you draw ever closer towards this wall after traveling a couple of miles. Those of you that have been here know that this wall stretches pretty much the entirety from the mountains all the way around Minas Ithil, and actually sections off basically the farmlands and the townlands of the city itself, and even goes as far to end at the river of Anduin. Knowing
Bless
this, knowing this,
Was I on mute? I thought I muted myself.
No, you were.
no,
I
you
still
were
saw
muted.
you.
Okay, I just want to be sure. It's like, am I losing my fucking mind?
No, I still had to acknowledge.
Thank you, though.
Knowing this, you guys move westward initially from Osgiliath, heading towards Minas Ithil, knowing that the only passable route, to your knowledge, has to go through the gates of Rammas Echor, and they'll eventually wrap around through Pelennor and down through the south gates. You have some time before you get to that point. So is there anything any of you wish to do while you're journeying together? Or
I want to search for animal tracks for hunting. See if anything is nearby.
Okay. Give me a survival check.
Before Fig gets tired and hangry. What am I doing? Survival?
Survival check. Exactly what you asked for.
Ah! So it began. Wait, I thought your survival was good.
I am proficient, and it's supposed to be good.
A +2? Do you have a negative wisdom?
No.
You have a 0 wisdom?
Yes, but
Oh, okay.
narratively speaking, I'm supposed to be good. Oh well.
The immediate area as you leave the walls of Osgiliath behind and head towards Rammas Echor. This is a stretch of land that is well traveled in terms of like hunting grounds. There's not a whole lot. It's almost plain land out here, and there's so much traffic on the day-to-day that animals pretty much steer clear of it. You can't really seem to find anything.
I would like to stay alert for them then. I am sniffing around and then every once in a while I'll do my thing where I stop by a tree and place a hand on it and focus and just like breathe, and then yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye out.
Duly noted. Anybody doing anything else?
I need to keep an eye out and make sure we don't die.
Yeah, unless the lookout spots something, I'm not gonna scout ahead. If we have to pass through an area where we think there's gonna be like Andorian soldiers or people, then I might strike out ahead of the group. But until then, I'm sticking with the group.
Okay. In about 40-45 minutes or so of leaving from Osgiliath, you get closer to the wall, And as you do, you do see some movement down by the gate, and you see someone up along the ramparts actually making some motions with like what looks like to be pulling something. And as they're doing that, you hear a as the gates themselves begin to slowly open into Pelennor. You guys edge up closer, and eventually you get probably within 15 feet or so, and you see a Gondorian soldier coming down from one of the towers, helmet underneath his right arm, and his left hand resting on a sword. And he looks out towards the 5 of you coming in, and he holds up his hand and just sort of waves.
I'll
as you guys,
I'll walk over.
You guys encroach closer onto him. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're bright and early, right as the gate opens, I see.
Yes, indeed we are. Early to rise, early to get to wherever we're going first.
Oh, what brings you out this direction?
We're just looking to make our fortunes elsewhere.
Fortunes. Hey. Maybe I'll do that someday. Break away and make a name for myself.
Hey, you never know what the future holds for you.
Yep. Unfortunately, I keep catching early shifts, so I have to set out pretty early from Isildur's bastion back there and take up my post. But I digress. He sort of looks over all 4 of you, and the 3 of you in particular, who are freshly from the prison from 3 weeks with overgrown hair, dirty,
long beard, just messy hair,
long beard. He just looks over the 5 of you and sort of takes a minute to really study the 3 of you. Oh, look like you've had a rough night.
I mean, we've all had rough nights, right?
The old man can drink far more than he looks.
I can. That I certainly can.
Well, in order to keep these gates and this wall that protects Minas Ithil in tip-top shape, and of course to pay my salary, because I don't come cheap, let me tell you. No, I don't. They don't pay me much at all. There's a bit of a toll for entering this gate. And let's see, does head count? It'll be about 3 copper pieces each.
Can I just make a quick insight to make sure he's not messing with us? You know, it shouldn't be me doing the insight check, but oh well, I'm here. 6.
Oh
He is on the up and up.
So 15 copper pieces. We got that amongst ourselves. Quick, group huddle.
I'll just huddle in nice and simple.
Do we got 15 copper pieces amongst ourselves? How many silver pieces make up a copper piece? Is it 12? Economics.
I think at 12.
1 1/4 silver makes 15 copper.
So I can give him 2. I have 5 silver on me currently, so I can give him like.
So it's 3 per. There's 5 of us. That's 15.
Just do 2 silver and give him a tip to shut up or something. Not talk to us.
No.
Yep.
No tips. We don't have the spare coin for that. Exact change.
Well, I only have silver, so.
All any of us have, I think.
Yeah.
You offered up your silver?
I'm offering it up. It's for the good of us.
Hey.
I kind of say like slightly sarcastic.
Hey, 2 silver. Make sure you get 9 copper back.
I'll pull out 2 silver, and I'll kind of do like the hand exchange like in front of him. Drop the 2 in. It's like, any chance I can get some copper back, mate?
Pulls it, takes him out, bites on the 1, bites on the other. All right, just give me a better moment. I'll get you your change. He steps off
Appreciate
a
it.
couple feet around where there's like a small bench nearby, sort of like in the archway of the gate. You hear a couple of coin purse right onto there, and he starts sifting through. Just give me a moment. I'll get this to you right quick.
I'm gonna quietly stand next to Locke and Malvhor, make sure we're far away enough, and I'm just gonna go, what if guards ask about us and he tells them?
They won't. Yeah,
How do you know?
Because we haven't told him. We haven't told him anything. We just said we're going south to find our fortunes.
Yes, but if we are described by the guards, and
If we're described, they're going to know it's us. anyways.
We'll discuss that inside.
They're gonna know we came through this gate, but there's a whole world beyond this gate. They won't know where we went beyond that.
Hmm.
And
as you
I
guys are
have
having
an
this
idea.
conversation, as you guys are having this conversation, and he's still off counting, you hear in the distance, boom, 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 like the
I just
bells
growled.
ringing out from Osgiliath.
Oh.
He sort of straightens up and like leans back and
I
looks out the gate towards
I
you guys.
straightened up and looked back in surprise too.
Oh, wonder what that's all about.
Yeah. Strange, not a noise you hear
Doesn't
too
concern
often.
us, hopefully.
Goes back to his counting, comes back, walks over. Yep, here you go. Your chain, sir.
Thank you.
9 copper pieces. As he hands it off, and as he does, you hear the shifting of armor from around the corner. Someone comes down some stairs. Hey, get over here. I have to tell you something. All right.
Okay, let's go.
Thanks, mate.
I start walking.
Yeah, I started going.
Before he actually walks away really quickly, I'm gonna stop him and be like, quick question for you, since
I'm
you're so
already-
helpful.
15 feet away, walking briskly.
Have you ever been to Dol Amroth?
I've not personally. Why?
I'm just curious. Is the weather there nice?
I've not been there, sir. I don't know.
I was just wondering if you heard anything. Well, thanks for your help. I guess maybe someday I'll find out. And then I'm gonna just keep walking, catch up with everyone else.
Suspicious as fuck, man.
I don't
I
think
like it though.
I feel like that's not suspicious, because now if this guy gets asked if we mentioned any location, he's gonna say Dol Amroth.
Well, let's hope.
If he even remembers.
Can I?
Alright, you got-
Where's Ashlyn during all of this? As we're
yeah,
walking
yeah, we'll
out?
just
She's
walking-
alongside. She's alongside with you.
just like we're gonna just walk casual.
Oh no, I'm walking briskly, but I want to be next to her as we walk right now.
Okay. She's with you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna look at her and go, I think we should consider. What language does she speak?
I mean, she speaks Western.
She speaks Western.
Okay, so extra.
You know that one
hesitance.
for a fact.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Consider covering our tracks the farther we get.
Not a half bad idea.
Can you help with that?
I can certainly try. I suggest we do it once we get out the southern gate.
Agreed.
We do have a ways through Pelennor through here.
Agreed. And then I just continue briskly.
I'm just whistling a jaunty tune. Since I
I'm
don't
glad.
have my instrument anymore.
All right. You guys leave the eastern gate behind, and you notice that you're very slow in the morning. The traffic here is fairly light, and as you press further and further into Pelennor, you see sort of farmhouses scattered around and just wheat fields that pretty much just paint the whole landscape in sort of like that beige gold. eventually things begin to pick up, and there seems to be more people working the farms and traveling from home to either Minas Ithil or back through the gate heading towards Osgiliath for whatever reason they have. And it takes you probably the better parts of the rest of the day to get from the eastern side and weave through Pelennor and get towards the southern gate.
There's a second gate.
Yeah, I did say that at the top.
Yeah, you did. I forgot, but you did. As the sun begins to dip behind the mountains in the west, and you begin to get closer towards the southern gates of... Yes? Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I was
Of
thinking
Rammas
about
Echor.
should I cut my beard? They just saw me with a beard at the other gate. If I cut it, do you think that'd be suspicious, or do you think that would help throw them off the scent? All I got is my broadsword to cut my beard. That's not going to be a very clean cut.
We're not waiting on you to cut your hair.
Okay, fine.
You're
Onward.
muted, Kevin.
I can help cut it later.
Kevin, you're
It was
muted.
mainly for disguise purposes, but onward.
Thank you.
I saw your mouth move, and I was like, he has something to say.
No, I was gonna say, I say we need to change clothes and appearances as soon as possible.
If you're looking for a change of clothes, your better chances here in Pelennor before we head out into past the gates. Between the gates and Pelargir is going to be mostly wilderness.
We could approach one of the farmhouses and see if they have spare clothes and food for us, in exchange for what little coin we have.
State of the world, I highly doubt that, Kimberly.
Well, we can just keep walking.
Well, I think we... Or that, okay.
What'd Vig say? I missed it.
I prefer to keep walking. The farther we go, the better.
Okay.
The farther into the wilderness, too, the sooner I can find food.
Okay.
What?
Alright, let's go. Let's go. I'm waiting for someone to say something. Alright, let's go.
Keep
I
walking.
looked at Matt making a face.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about that +2 to survival.
Listen, are you proficient in survival?
No, I don't even have a +2. But, you know.
It's the one thing I can help with, so I'm gonna try.
I appreciate
and
it.
it's supposed to be part of her character, so narrative or not, I'm making it happen one
Let's
way or
do
another.
it. Just roll a natural 1, you can get that reroll.
Aha! Yes.
Which will then also be a natural 1.
I will literally quit everything and walk downstairs and walk outside and not come back for an hour.
Just see Lindsay just laying in the front yard, just sobbing.
Alright. So you guys get closer to the southern gate of Rammas Echor. You begin to see sconces and braziers begin to ignite along the wall and the gate as night begins to come. And around this hour, you also see the gate begin to slowly close for the evening.
Gotta get through it before it closes. Yeah, I mean, I assume we just keep walking, try to make it through the gate before it closes.
Gotta get out.
Okay. You keep the pace you have, and the gate continues to close. And as you arrive, you are stopped by a guard. As the gate continues to close. Hold up.
I'm going to go. Okay. I'll do the talking. Yes.
It's around curfew. No one else can leave the gate for the evening.
I mean, there's still enough space that we could leave. I'm gonna use my discourse on him.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, I'm gonna say, look, we have a long journey ahead of us. We'd really like just to keep going. You know, we could also, you know, perhaps make it worth your while too if you just let us go now, so that we don't gotta wait till morning.
How big's this gate? It's a giant thing.
Yeah, it's almost the equivalent of like what a double door castle gate would be.
And it's someone doing
it's
the
someone
thing.
at top. Based on what you saw when you went through the eastern gate, when somebody was opening on top with a wheel, it's the same thing of it's just moving the other direction. So someone is up on the rampart, closing the gate. Okay, so you go ahead and use your discourse.
Yeah, so I make a persuasion, deception, performance check, whatever fits for the content, because I add advantage, and they make a wisdom save to try and resist the effect. If I succeed, they're friendly to me.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh my gosh,
15.
a 15 with a +9 on advantage. Ah, okay.
Okay, you plead your case to him, and he is sitting there going through some papers as you're talking, and by the end of it, he sort of looks up at you. What are you on your way to?
Dol Amroth. Long journey
Deception
ahead.
check.
Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh! I have a 20 charisma! I have a +6! Oh, we'll just have to see how it plays out.
Dol Amroth, it is quite the journey from here. You won't get there any sooner by leaving tonight.
Well, I mean, every mile traveled is a mile done.
You travel at night. It's not
when-
advisable.
I mean, the weather was holding.
Yeah, the beasts and the creatures come out at night.
Well, that's.
What are the odds
But
stop the store?
I just kind of point to the ears.
I mean, that's. Yeah, as he says, you know, it's getting dark and the beasts are coming out. I'm like, well, that's why we brought the firstborn with us. He can see in the dark much better than us.
Hmm.
And he knows the wilds.
I lived in the wilds.
Now he's sort
Why
of
are
like
you so
looks
scary
over.
by existence?
Now he sort of like looks up and sort of looks over all of you a little bit more intently. Huh. What an interesting traveling group you have here. Jethro! Hold the gate! Got some latecomers. We'll look the other way tonight.
I will, I'm gonna go ahead and just slip him a silver piece, and I'm gonna say, thank you, sir.
Yeah, keep it to yourself. We don't need word getting out that the southern gate's a little bit more loose around curfew.
So does he
Understood.
refuse my silver, or does he take it?
No, he's saying like keep the situation to yourself.
Okay, that's what I thought.
He accepts it.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we go
Away
through
we
the gate.
go.
Yeah, we go.
Gate-
So we're not
The gate
trapped.
stops. It's closed with about a foot gap, just enough, and he sort of wheels it back to just open up a little bit more, just in time for you guys to slip through. And as you get a couple of feet away, you hear the gate begin to back again until the gate closes, leaving
Okay.
Pelanor Fields and Minas Ithil behind you, officially locked out of civilization.
Honestly, I think we travel by night, sleep during the day.
Honestly, not a bad idea.
We've already been up for more than a day at this rate.
I know it's a tough ask, but they will be if they search for us, they will be doing it in the daylight.
Do we know how long this trip is going to take? Was this spoken already?
And
Because I don't want to exhaust us at the beginning of the trip if it's going to be longer.
We also
if
got to get
long
out
rest.
past the wall. If we camp right by the wall, they can find us easy.
I get
Locke.
that, but
We're not
Locke.
suggesting not moving forward. We're suggesting getting out of range and resting like a normal human being, so to speak. Yes, sorry, Brian.
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Where?
At advantage, you have a map and you plotted your own course, so you have a rough idea. 18. Journey itself should take you somewhere between 9 and 12 days.
We're not wiping out this early. We can travel into a chunk of the night, but we're definitely not sleeping all day.
You already took a day of that getting through Pelennor.
and then we were up already all
The
night,
night before,
at the very
for the
least.
most part, with one short rest. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't sleep tonight, that's definitely risking exhaustion.
Because
But-
first level of exhaustion is disadvantage, right?
On skill checks, yeah, which is actually
Which
gonna be
we're
really
gonna
bad.
need, yeah.
Okay, but we gotta find a safe place to sleep that's hidden. Because we're way too close to the wall for comfort.
Alright, let's move and find somewhere. Let's get away from the wall.
You all know this area better. Is there a safe space to hide?
Whether any of us know this area better than you.
I don't know
everyone
whose job that would fall under.
Well, she's asking those that know the land, like
I'm
who
asking-
lived here.
Yeah, because that's literally all of you, Ashlyn included, not me. I
Yeah.
like the wilds, but I'm not quite from here.
I've passed through this area before. I've been to Pelargir. I might be able to find something, but I walked there. I didn't have to try and hide on the way there.
Hmm.
We just posted watch.
Ashlyn, looking a little fidgety, sort of looks around. I know of a place in Lebanon. It's still a ways away, but it will be a safe spot. If we can get there, I can guarantee safety. But
Now,
we
look,
still have some time
I was-
between here and there.
I was gonna look at the map. Lebanon.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Ohio.
I was gonna say that looks pretty far from where we are. There's no hard borders.
How far is it from here, Ashley?
That's Lebanon.
Oh,
Okay. I didn't realize it was so oblong. So we'll actually be entering Lebanon not too long.
A few days from here, yes.
Okay, that doesn't strictly help us right in this moment, but we'll keep that in mind.
So then
We start making our way towards it.
at that rate, I agree with Nick. We can keep going, but not throughout the whole rest of the night, because otherwise it's gonna get risky.
yeah, we're essentially just going long enough to find a hidden place to sleep.
Yeah,
We
and
can't
we're gonna-
really. I mean, Locke might be able to split half the night up and travel, half the night up and rest, but I can't. I need like a full 10 hours.
Shit!
Well, like I said, if we can get to Lebanon, I can guarantee something. But between now and then, finding a safe place to sleep or at least make camp for the night is on the scout.
Hey, that is me.
Oh.
Yeah!
Okay,
All right. Well, I think we have a game plan,
I'll do my best.
and then I would like to keep literally looking and sniffing around for animals, tracks, otherwise to just get started.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check, Fig. Malvhor, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Is this
Because
it's
you're gonna
nighttime
look for a
now, right?
place to. I'm sorry, what?
It's nighttime now, right? Can I argue
It is night.
perception?
Not for the hunter roll.
Okay.
I am terribly sorry. I'm not a big rules as written person, but the journey stuff I am probably going to have a hill to die on.
Oh
You
my
can
god!
auto reroll.
I swear to God, I'm about to rage quit.
Auto reroll.
Let's see what this auto reroll gives us. Another natural one. I mean, it's 12.
Oh, +2.
12.
12?
Oh my
What are you mad
gosh!
about that for?
What the actual fuck?
Well, the last time I think I rolled a 10 for survival, and I still didn't get anything in terms of.
I would have
hunting,
loved your
so-
10. That would have given me a 17.
No, last time you rolled a 2. You got a 4.
Huh?
Your last survival roll was a 2.
No, I mean a time beforehand, not specifically last time. Like one session when I tried, I rolled like a 10, and it still wasn't enough. So I'm not confident with this 12.
I have not
Better than a
rolled.
3.
I have not rolled a 10, let alone above a 10 tonight. Fuck.
I think that's a lot of us right now.
I really haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
Geared to roll now.
Yeah.
Big.
Uh-huh.
But 12 for the night. You find a couple of squirrels that are worth eating, but is not very sustainable. You will keep everyone held for the night.
Okay, I suppose that works because Fig is grumpy and tired herself, so.
Malvhor, it's not that you can't find a place. You do. It does take a while. You guys have to press on looking for a decent distance away from the wall, and that's secluded enough. Even immediately coming out from the wall beyond Pelennor, it is still mostly plain and wide open. This isn't a heavily forested area initially, so looking for coverage and a place to lay low is quite hard, and you guys have to press on for quite some time, well into the night. Everyone make Constitution saving throws.
I mean, at this point, we might as well walk through the night. An 8. Look, I got a 6. Maintaining my sub 10 rolls.
You know it's bad when the DM has to breathe like that.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well just walk all night now.
I don't agree with that, because that's another check.
We don't need the exhaustion.
I don't think it would be another check, which is why I say it.
Oh, don't assume. Let Brian narrate.
Thank you, Nick. You guys press on. Malvhor does eventually find a crop of trees out near a small, very small river, like 3 feet wide, that you can lay low in for the night. Begin setting up camp, and resting your weary bones and your tired minds. Malvhor, you are exhausted.
While we are resting,
Yes.
can I use a portion of that time to do my meditation?
Sure. What would you like to meditate upon?
I'm gonna use that time to just I'm going to take off my boots so I'm barefoot, and I'm going to stand there at first. Camera, hello, focus please. I'm gonna stand there and like wriggle my toes in the earth for a little bit, and then after that I'm going to sit down and just sit with my hands on my knees, eyes closed, and just deep breaths. And I'm focusing on reaching out to, I guess, the natural spirits in the earth around, in a sense. And in this case, it's what I'm setting out as, like, I guess an intention, so to speak, is a a message for help for safe passage and abundance in food and safety, basically, as we travel. And I'm trying to see if connecting and asking for something like that will yield anything from who and what is literally around me. If any of that makes sense.
So are you actually trying to use your meditate ability specifically as it's written?
Oh, I guess I am, but I was, but maybe it's been a while since I read it. Maybe I misunderstood something. Yeah. I want to focus on the problem primarily of food, and I guess the safe passage part is more narrative speaking.
Okay.
Just help on the journey in general, but primarily food.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a meditation check.
Just wisdom, it looks like.
Yeah, you should have an ability for it already.
Yes. Okay, it's above a 10.
14. You sort of wade out into the small river up to like about your mid-calf and just feel the current rush against you, the cold water coming down from the mountains. And you feel like the silt pass over your feet as they just slowly get buried a little bit more as the current just sort of erodes it all past you. You close your eyes and breathe in and just sort of focus on that interaction you had a few days ago. The couple of individuals. One's face you're able to place, and you sort of focus in on that. And you focus on the problem at hand in your mind of sustenance, of keeping the Fellowship going, knowing full well that if they starve, they're not going to make too much ground.
Sorry.
We will become the ground.
As you focus on this, you don't hear anything. You don't see anything sort of enter your mind's eye or your internal thoughts. Nothing seems to speak to you. But at a moment, and for however long you stand here, it's been mostly just the cool water pressing past you. And at one point you feel something brush across your leg. And you sort of look down and you see a small school of fish beginning to swim past you.
Sweet. What do I do now? I'm going to... Fuck it. I'm going to, slowly, carefully, and trying to not alarm, I want to take my cloak and, like, kind of take the ends of it and just start using it as a net to catch.
Okay. With the size of the river, go ahead and give me a survival check. You're a dice goblin. You shouldn't be afraid of your dice.
I'm afraid of my dice!
Well, then quit hoarding them.
No, they're mine, my precious.
Well, then you shouldn't be afraid of them.
Maybe they're
15.
just supposed to be pretty to look at.
With the river's fairly small, and with a woman of your stature and a net alone, or even a pack, you're able to sort of position yourself straddling the river and capture a decent amount of fish that, if cured and salted properly, could yield some decent rations for you guys.
Awesome. I'm going to head back to the camp with, holding my cloak out like this with all the fish inside. I'm going to start trying to do just that.
Okay. You stay up a bit longer with what little campfire you guys have. Ashland's still awake. You guys are doing what you wish to do in this time. And you take some branches and you begin prepping the fish, and to take some of the rocks and try to get some salt from the earth itself and begin to cook the fish and get them properly cured so you can utilize them.
Yeah.
Ashlyn's sitting across from you, sort of messing with the bowstring that she has.
And as I'm doing... Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, as I'm doing all of that work, I'm murmuring quietly under my breath of, like, you know, thank you for... just thanking in general of what's been provided, but also thanking the fish for being able to, you know, be of help, and promise to return back to the earth when finished.
Okay. Does anybody wish to do anything else this evening?
I'm fucking zonked.
Want to...
Cyrion's gonna play the game of pass the fuck out.
Okay.
Since I sleep less than the entire group as a whole anyway, I'm going to play Inspect the Shiny.
Okay.
That's not very shiny right now.
I love that game. The ADD kid of this game. Well, we're all ADD, but you get my point.
Yes.
Yep.
So you take a glance and pull out of your pack this broadsword that you had stowed away, or longsword. Nope, broadsword.
Broadsword.
Yep. That you nicked from the warehouse the other night. You look it over, and it is immediately to your eyes resembles that of an elven blade, of elven craftsman. Though that does strike you a bit odd, because the blade itself seems to be not necessarily just worn, but almost corroded and rusted, which the smiths of old, their skill sets would have imbued these sorts of blades to resist these sorts of things. The hilt itself, a little abnormal. It does extend with a crossbar, which most elven blades don't. In this area, it looks to be some emblem that might have been there once upon a time, but it is since rusted over. Beyond that, it appears to be made from almost like a purple heart wood for the handle, wrapped in a reddish brown leather. It looks like it could be repaired with time, or there is perhaps more to it.
Take out just take out a cloth and try to start idly wiping it and begin the base cleaning.
Okay.
In downtime.
All right.
You know, rip one of Malvhor's sleeves partially. Another dirt rag for it.
All right. The rest of the evening goes fairly uneventful as you all rest for the night and hopefully prep yourselves for the next morning. And so we're gonna take a break.
Did I procure any rations or anything from all that?
I will get that to you soon.
Sounds good.
Hail, adventurer. Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Platemail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers. Hail, adventurer! Are you a dungeon master with a desire to transport your players to fantastical settings? Perhaps they are deep in the dungeon of a mad lich.
Fools, you have intervened for the last time. Let's see you survive my fireball.
Or perhaps the party has just come across bandits, and the Goliath monk releases a flurry of blows and a stunning strike to gain control of the conflict. Nice rolls on the attack. Or maybe the party is taking a breather after another difficult quest. If this sounds like something you want at your next ttrpg session, then head over to battlebards.com. By subscribing to BattleBards Prime, you get the ability to immerse your players in your campaign. You'll get complete streaming access to the libraries of both BattleBards and Platemail games. And whether your game is in person or virtual, you won't be limited, as you will have access to a caster and a mixer to be able to broadcast the tracks to all of your players. And of course, if you want to download and keep any tracks, then you get 20% off all in-store purchases. So what are you waiting for, adventurer? A quest posting at the local guild hall? Get over to battlebards.com and subscribe today, and use the coupon code ADVENTURE at checkout. Stay proficient, adventurers.
Steady.
Alright. We're back, and it's now a new morning for the Fellowship. Those of you that wish to, because journeying rules are weird. If you wish that to have been a short rest, you can.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that.
As opposed to what? A no rest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the whole
You can't take a
You're
long rest without
you can't long rest without a safe spot or a sanctuary in particular. Short rests are a little bit more interesting depending on how the DM wants to run journeys. I just kind of limit them in the back of my mind depending on the length of the journey itself. So how you could usually in a normal day in the game, you'd only get 2 short rests. Depending on how many days your journey spans, you might have 2, 3, 4, 5 for the whole length of the journey. It just depends on how many potential journey events there might be. So that could have been one if you so choose to. Just know that there is a limited amount in the entirety of the journey.
Cool.
All right. So you guys wake the next morning with a pleasant, temperate environment as you guys rouse and prepare for your trek onward. Is there anything anyone wishes to do before Locke continues to guide you guys southward?
Fish!
I was just
Right,
about to
thank
say,
you.
figure out how many rations we actually have.
Thank you. That slipped my mind.
Fill up the bellies and make everybody a little happier.
Yeah.
Chase away the bad dice juju with fishy smell, Matt.
I'll say you were able to get 2 rations for everyone.
Ooh.
Is that including
Nice.
Ashlyn, or does Ashlyn not
For everyone.
be? Okay.
So 10 total, 2 per person.
I'll split it across, so everyone just add 2.
Add 2 from 0.
Yup.
So I will, is the campfire? No, because I fell asleep, so the campfire is no longer lit, but I have this prepared, right?
Yeah, you did this all the night before.
Okay, so as everyone wakes up, I'm going to just kind of step toward everyone and hand them the rations and go, here, I got food.
Where did you manage this?
One,
Yes.
last night, I went to the river and found fish.
Ah, well, many thanks.
Enjoy.
Yes, thank you.
And
You
then
doing
I
okay there? Great little, I don't got a good one right now.
No, I
I
am
was
one
going for
step.
something and my brain dropped it.
I am one step closer to the grave.
as everyone gets ready, I want to take any I guess carcass or leftover of the fish from using them to cook, and I want to get closer to the river and dig like a small hole, and what can be safely returned I put in the river, but like bones and stuff I'll put in the ground and then cover the hole.
Okay. Take a few moments and do that.
Dig a hole, dig a hole.
I was just about to say, damn it, I hate it. Because I know that narratively this works, but literally all I hear in my head right now is Ed doing dig a hole, dig a hole.
I love that
You
show.
guys think you hear Fig saying thank you to the earth and whatnot, but really you just hear dig hole.
Dig a hole, dig a hole, dig a hole.
Dig hole, dig hole.
There we go. Some giggles for everybody.
Brian's
Cool.
not giggling.
He made a face.
He giggled on the inside.
Gross.
Deep in concentration, trying to figure out the perfect point to ambush us.
You guys keep in mind, in a lot of cases, I don't have the journey events until the journey starts. So I've been trying to, figure all that out thanks to the embarkation rule.
I know how that goes.
He's looking at the DCs going, how can I make these even more lenient than before?
DC1! DC1 now still fail.
He's looking like, these guys can't fuck this up. They can't fuck this up. We roll. How did you fuck this up?
Very easily, my friend.
I'm going to switch to the fate system. I'm pretty sure that's, like, all RP. There's nothing, there's no dice, there's nothing.
Let's do it! We can RP it all, right?
I feel like my RP's on point.
Yeah, just bear with me a bit. I have to read through some stuff.
No, we can RP.
I will, so then,
So what's the plan when we get to the next city, place?
Oh, I have friends there. I should be able to meet up with them.
Would they be willing to take in 3 fugitives and... I'm gonna look at Fig for a brief second. A bear lady?
Yeah, that's...
And kind Ashlyn?
It won't be a problem. It'll... I know them pretty well.
We've also all signed a behind-the-scenes player petition that we won't take inspiration. We just have to give Ashlyn plot armor instead. That's the trade-off. She can't die. We will get TPK'd and she will still live.
If she dies, Win will come for us.
That would be a fun stream, just watching like the adventures of Ashlyn.
That's how this campaign ends horribly. We TPK by Win because something happened to Ashlyn.
Plot twist, Win is actually the final boss.
It's not a twist if you say it out loud.
Oh wait, you told me that in confidence. Shit.
Fig's gonna look at Cirion and just look a little perturbed and go, I am Bear Lady now.
You always be killer to me.
In a good way. I mean it as a compliment. If you don't like it, I won't say it.
No, it's fine, it's interesting. I only did it once, but...
Enough to leave an impression, I mean... Good lord.
If you'd rather, I could call you Bear instead of Killer.
That, actually brings back old times.
What, Killer or Bear?
Bear.
Yes.
Bear.
All the above.
And I'm gonna gesture a little to my bear necklace that I have wearing.
Ah. How long have you had that necklace?
It's hard to count the years, but maybe most of my life.
How old are you?
Half. I don't know, actually. There have been guesses, but
You
just that.
Ballpark how many 10 years you've been around?
Exactly as a ballpark.
You know, it's a field of grass where you kick a ball around. You know, the kids do it.
My
Kids these
Your
days.
kids, maybe.
my
You don't know anything about my kids.
father.
Cirian's just gonna look at Malvhor like, you have kids.
Malvhor's just gonna raise an eyebrow at Cirion. Anyway, sorry, keep going now, Fig.
No. What?
There's no what. Don't worry about it.
There is a what.
There is now a what? Because now we need to know who we need to tell when you inevitably fall over dead from age.
Don't worry about it. There's no one
I'm gonna build on that. It's like, yes, we need to know your next of kin.
There's no one you need to tell. That all of my relationships are behind me. Except
Cirion, that must be unfortunate.
they might.
Yeah.
I would not personally ever want to be downwind from him, especially in the morning.
I'm sorry we interrupted you, Fig.
No, it's fine. I do like watching the conversation at times. I'm not around people as much anymore.
Oh, we're calling him now. This might be the best compliment he's received in years.
But father believes I'm now around. I just start counting. And I'm gonna say the number. Oh wait, are we speaking Sindarin technically right now?
We can if that's easier for you, because we all speak it.
Regardless,
Yeah.
she'll say the number around 24 in Sindarin, because that's just how the language barrier is gonna work.
Oh, you're real young.
25.
I'm more than double your age.
You look it. Oh,
Damn.
That cough is in character.
Gentlemen, we've taught her sarcasm. This is a notable day.
I can die proud.
If we don't live through this, I'll die happy knowing that we at least achieved something.
Fig's just gonna smirk,
But,
like a knowing smirk.
No, that makes me curious. Just the flow of conversation. Any expectations of children in any of your futures?
What?
Yeah.
It's early for you, Fig, I know, but you know, it's a fact of life. People do, people don't, and it's a interesting point of discussion.
I might need some ale if we're gonna talk about this.
No, based
I'm
on-
sorry, that delivery.
What? Are you okay?
You.
Me?
Yes, I'm choking. Any thoughts of children? What?
That might have been slightly out of character.
I mean, same,
True,
but...
true. Yeah, I didn't even
fair.
think about that out of character.
It might have been a little bit of both.
Oh shit. Okay.
Fig's gonna Figs will I'll narrow my eyes a little and go based on experience. Children get potentially the worst of things if not taken care of.
I can see that, but I mean, that possibility does exist for everybody. The only thing that makes it more tragic about children is they have little to no control over it.
Yes, I agree.
We must all seem like children to Locke over there. Locke, can you remember back when you were 24?
Yes. Okay.
I assume we're walking at this point.
Yeah, we're
I'm
just
assuming we have.
we're just RPing to buy time for Brian.
RP.
You can also RP to not buy me time.
I mean, it's
You guys are allowed to
multi-purpose
just
though.
do it. Yeah, you guys can be walking and talking. That's...
Okay.
I do remember when I was that age, and
Tell me a story
This is-
from when you were
this will-
24.
I will absolutely do no such thing. You have to remember that in my culture, we are little more than children at that point.
I mean, to be fair, and I feel like humans at 24 are barely older than children too. I did a lot of dumb things at 24 myself.
You do a lot of dumb things now.
Yeah, imagine when I was younger. It was worse.
Again, who are your next of kin? Because clearly it sounds like we need to know who they are.
Honestly, the closest thing to that is probably going to be the people we meet in Pelargir.
Who do you have there?
I mean, this. I wasn't gonna leave it a surprise, but if you interrogate me.
Oh.
So fun when it's on the other foot, is it?
Was just a question.
It's not. It's not anything bad. I was just gonna leave it a surprise, but I mean that's where I left Goldwyn, and if we can find her, she'll help us.
The one you muttered under your breath.
Indeed, yes. To be honest, it is a little bit of risk. She might have moved on from there. She might even be there anymore. But even then, I've been to Pelargir. There could be other people there that remember me.
That's for good or worse. We'll soon enough see, I suppose.
But Goldwyn would probably, I imagine, be the closest next of kin for me.
Daughter. Oh.
She's way too old to be my daughter.
Lover, then.
I'll be sure to tell you said as such. Should we ever meet?
Indeed, an old flame.
Hmm.
Well, typically when flames get to your age, they tend to cool, not burn.
I guess we'll just have to see, won't we?
Should be interesting to meet old flames. Old flame. I understand.
I've had eyes for no one else but Goldwyn. So we'll see. It's the best I could come up with on short notice. I mean, I guess I did have 3 weeks to think about it, but...
So, not married then, ever?
Oh, no, no. What's that I see on the horizon? What's that look like to you? Cirion?
See what on the horizon?
Right over there.
I'll turn and look. I don't know what you're pointing to.
I don't know what I'm pointing to. Someone make something up.
Well, on the horizon there, it looks like darkness and, well, is it daytime or nighttime?
Is there more food to hunt?
It's daytime.
Daytime? I don't know. There's a tree.
Are we playing I Spy?
That's a
Or a
tree?
shrub.
Yeah, I would agree. It looks more like a shrub.
You look like a shrub, or at least what makes a shrub.
Oh!
Sorry,
you
it's
wound
been a
me,
long night.
Cirion. I don't know if I can go on.
I'll give him like
No, you
a...
are. Pick up the pace, Grandpa.
I'll take like a piece of cloth and like put it over his chest, like, there, wound healed. I'll get like a little smile.
So you guys press on over the course of the next few days, leaving Minas Ithil and Osgiliath behind. Doing your best to follow the river and follow Locke's initial path. Faye, go ahead and give me a survival check. This is going to be for several days.
Ooh, still daytime, right?
Unless you prefer to hunt at night.
Well, it's survival check regardless, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And hunting.
We're gonna starve and die on this fucking adventure.
I made fish. It's fine. I made fish.
And in those 2 days, you guys go through the rations that you made.
Woo, back to zero.
Have
At
nothing
least-
else. So you're sustained for 2 days.
Okay. And I mean, every day I'm going to keep checking, so
I understand, but I'm not
Yes.
going to have you roll 9 survival checks.
that's fine. Just making sure that's known that I would be checking.
I
multiple
understand. That's
times,
why I
not
said
once
this
a
one
day.
is for multiple days
Oh,
that
right,
you're doing
you
that.
said that. Okay.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, keeping a distance from the river and moving around, it's flat. A lot of prey animals are able to see you coming from a long ways off, and they keep a wide berth from roaming individuals such as yourself. So, unfortunately, hunting for the next few days yields very little results.
I am not fond of hunting down south.
I can't
is.
wait to see your legendary hunting skills.
Much more abundant up north in the forest.
Oh, you just have to know where to look.
Hmm.
You guys keep on. At one point in the night, several days into your journey, you guys set up your camp. Take your turns taking watch. And you guys begin to stir in the following morning on a very mist-filled daybreak, where you hear the birds sort of chirp off in the distance and the rushing of the Anduin a distance away. And you set up camp near an outcropping of probably like a small forest. It's not a very large one from like in comparison to Ithilian or even the Greenwood, but there is a small patch of land here that is more heavily wooded than normal. But as you stir, just had this and now it's gone, but now I'm upset with myself because I moved a page.
That's a suspicious looking
Cirion,
forest.
Yes.
go ahead and give me a perception check.
You got it?
Oh no.
Look at that. There we go.
It's above a 15!
21, and actually you have advantage thanks to Locke's embarkation roll. So
Well,
you can go ahead and
cue
roll
the
again.
bomb. Let's see what we got.
Okay.
Let's just get that. Let's just get these bad ones out of the way. We'll take that 21, Chief.
You guys stir in the morning, and Cirion, you sort of do a bit of like a routine check of the land, of the campsite, make sure nothing's nearby or any predatory animals, anything like that. And through sort of like this very thin gray mist, and it's cooling to the skin. It actually feels a little refreshing for a brisk morning jog if you were to go out.
I'll do it.
You sort of look over a little bit deeper into the forest, which isn't that far away, and you catch glimpses of a couple of silhouettes, a couple of like sort of man-shaped, man-sized silhouettes. And you, with the 21, you sort of listen about and you look through the mist a little bit harder, and the individuals seem to be cloaked in a more earthy tones and carrying quivers upon their backs. You get the idea that these might be rangers.
So, knowing that they're potentially rangers, would I know that would they be hostile towards me / us?
It depends. On any normal given day, they shouldn't be hostile towards you or any of you for what that's worth. But you might have the thought in the back of your head, well, if they know anything about Osgiliath in the recent days, they might know of you. So it depends. If you draw this to everyone's attention, you guys can just sort of decide what to do. You can either approach them, or you can try and bypass them. But they are nearby.
Okay, so then I'll wake up Malvhor first, and then go to Fig and Locke, and just kind of wake them up. It's like, hey, everybody wake up. We have company.
Where?
Off in the distance. Rangers, I believe.
Oh. Well, we should probably keep a wide berth of them. Just...
They don't seem hostile, and they don't seem like they noticed us, but maybe we shouldn't take that chance. Oh, and Ashlyn too. Sorry, I wake her up also.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's best that we just continue on our way and try to avoid them if possible.
Agreed.
Let's look at the options, right? Either they're not looking for us and they don't care about us, in which case it won't matter if we run into them or not, or they are looking for us and we should avoid trying to run into them.
See your point, but I also raise you that they are rangers, and we've not exactly been having a good luck hunting.
What do rangers have to do with hunting right now?
That is a fair point. We could try approaching them for food, see if they're amenable to that.
Okay, we got one for bypass them, sort of. And the other one, asking for friends. Fig?
I'm grumbling and looking for berries to eat.
Okay, she's hungry, so she's a maybe. Ashlyn?
The DMPC has no strong opinion.
I know she doesn't, but I'm trying to RP and include people, okay? Fuck off. I know.
It's honestly whatever you prefer. In my personal opinion, I would best avoid them, mainly because people of this land usually don't treat me too well, so.
Alright, we got 2 for avoid, so...
From the bush I'm looking through, I just go, I agree.
Okay. Alright. We're avoiding the rangers. Everyone keep your weapons close. They haven't noticed us, they may move along.
And if they confront us, don't rush to draw your weapons.
I'm not gonna rush to draw anything, but I like having a weapon nearby as I tap the hilt of Indar's.
Alright. Scout. Malvhor. Stealth check, please. Try and scout a route past.
What if I just say we're not even gonna try?
Well, then you go and approach them. Would you prefer to do that?
Oh, are they in our way?
They probably would see you if you just blatantly walk past. If you're trying to actively avoid them, I assume you don't want them to see you.
In my mind, I was thinking we were just gonna walk on like nothing happened. But I like rolling dice, so I'm gonna roll.
Shake them dice and roll.
I'm gonna roll with disadvantage because I'm fucking exhausted.
You have advantage on
Look
this,
at that!
by the way,
You
so
were
it cancels out.
Oh wait, I have advantage?
From Locke's embarkation roll, so you have an 18 on this. Okay.
Okay.
Looking at you, Nick. Because you said it. You said it. You said that was gonna happen.
I did.
Okay, here's to you, Nick.
So as Cirion sort of points everything out to you guys, and you take a moment trying to keep hidden initially while you're debating on what to do with these rangers. You have ultimately opt to try and bypass them, and
I know.
Malvhor, taking the scout role, takes a lead and finds a denser area, the mist that almost turns into a fog, and keeps to a brushed path where it's mostly obstructed by the wilderness and the foliage, and you get a wide berth, maybe about 20 feet around the rangers, and you never quite see all of them. You do smell campfire as you sort of get closer to wherever sort of encampment they might have. Moving through the brushes, it sort of moves past you, and you hear the crunching of the leaves and the grass beneath your boots. At one point, you hear one of them speak, talking about patrols and movement back in Ithilion, increased guard presence, bits and pieces of things, not full conversations. But you guys get past without any attention drawn your direction.
Once we get past, I am widening my search for food with herbs and berries and stuff to help fill.
Okay.
We'll just eat leaves at this point.
I'm trying to think of
We'll
other
eat
ideas.
dirt.
The elven ways to season tree bark.
Is there like sap from a tree I can grab that's like honey? I don't know. Not honey.
We'll
but
eat
you-
rotting
I was about to
flesh.
I was
Carrion.
Emily, I was gonna say, Lindsay, you might want to, adventure out in nature or something.
I mean like syrup.
Make some fucking flapjacks.
Yeah.
You guys get probably maybe a mile from your campsite in the morning, a decent bit away, and you hear the screech of a bird from way back from where you originally started, and you sort of look back and you see circling above where the rangers were, looks to be a large bird, probably a hawk of sorts, that circles 3 times and then sort of goes into the forest and disappears.
Ooh, I want to check it out.
That's back where you guys came from.
Never mind. Oh no, wait, does that look like, based on its pattern and everything and swooping down, did it look like it was hunting?
Give me a survival check or an animal handling check.
They're both the same. Okay.
Well, it's your choice.
I'm gonna
Wisdom
do
reliant character with no wisdom.
animal handling, cause it's different.
9.
No, it's not.
It's a mile off, and you only caught it after it sort of did its screech, and so you just caught it circle 3 times and dive in. You're not too sure what it might have been doing.
Okay. Apparently, the game just wants me to be brawler fig, not nature-esque. Okay.
Alright.
I was curious. Carry on.
Okay. You guys continue on. Trekking over the plains and the hills of Losarach, and eventually do cross into Lebanon. As you cross in, Ashlyn looks at all of you. If you still wish to rest a bit more decently, it's several hours a little bit southwest of here. It's a bit off of our path. It might add a day to our journey, but it might get you some rest.
I do believe at this point it's probably necessary.
I am completely in agreement with Locke.
Yes.
Oh, well, then we'll continue on.
No.
Very well.
When you two get married, I'd love to see the invitations.
Kevin, you were one of my best men.
I was talking Cirion, but okay.
I was gonna say, are we starting a ship now all of a sudden?
No!
We have our top men on it. Who?
Top men.
Man.
For the better part of this trek, Ashlyn takes up point with you, Locke, and sort of leads you off in a direction sort of off of your original path. You guys trek in about later in the evening, about dusk, and you find a small pond area that is decently wooded, but off and over a little bit beyond is piles of rocks that sort of create an outcropping and almost like a cave structure, but it's seemingly unnatural to the point where it doesn't actually burrow into the earth at all. It just seems to be like a shelter of sorts that is sort of mossed over and overgrown. It's fresh water by the pond, but we can rest here safely. I've used this many a time.
Many a time from what?
Things that need not know where I'm at.
Much.
Tyrion's gonna crack a smile. It's like, you're interesting, Ashlyn.
As are you. Short and to the point. There are not many in this world that are like that, and I can get used to that. However,
Seems like you're in
if
good
we're going to
company
press
then.
if we're going to press on the Pelargir, good to hear that you have, hopefully, allies there, but I probably won't stick around in Pelargir long with you all. I'm probably going to continue on my own. But that is a conversation for another time. Please, there should be plenty of room inside for everybody, and we can cycle watches like normal. But we should be safe here.
Where would you go beyond Pelargir? Further south?
Potentially. There's things I'm seeking, answers that need sought. I could go as far as Belfalas, or even as far south into Umbar.
It would indeed be a journey.
Believe me, it is no trek that I wish to take, but I will have to.
Cirion kind of just stands there and ponders. Do you need any company on that journey?
Like I said, I don't plan on sticking around in Pelargir long, so unless you're looking to immediately get out of the city. If you're ever in any of those areas, you can certainly look me up afterwards if I'm still there.
I assume I.
Well, you strike me as a hard lady to find.
Well, it's got me this far.
We need to have an ale and just talk sometime.
You asked.
Keep it in your pants, Cirion.
I'm not trying to ship anything. I'm trying to.
I'm
her
beginning to
character.
ship something.
Yeah, you and Locke.
No.
I assume I haven't heard of Umbar at all. Maybe.
Give me a history check.
Okay. What did I get? Oh, come on!
Yeah, no, Umbar wasn't really greatly discussed at length in the Greenwood.
Okay, makes sense.
Why?
G, yeah. I would have been more mad if I rolled well on that roll.
It would have been perfect to get natural 20 on. Okay, well, it's time to sleep.
Yeah.
All right. You all take out whatever you have in your packs and get comfy for the night for whatever best you can into a small outcropping of rock and earth. You can all take a long rest.
Oh, no more exhaustion. All of my gift die back. My hit dice.
All of my abilities.
My hit points. Everything's coming back to me.
Oh yeah.
So this
all
is what
coming
it's
together.
like to take a class that really doesn't rely on anything. It's nice.
So I'm kind of in
All
that
my
same
things
boat.
are skill monkeys and stabbing things in the back. So
Rest, who needs it?
I mean, it's appropriate. I'm the one that has to sleep the least out of the group right now.
Yeah. Alrighty. Can I, when we first get up, could I do just like a quick... Actually, when we... The hell?
What?
There's a ghost.
I saw something flash in the window at first, and I was like, "What?" As we are getting up, I would like to get pointers from Ashlyn where it might be good to try hunting and try to do a quick round of it before we start journeying again, if that's possible.
Sure. Around here should be good. I've stockpiled a bit myself, actually. She points over behind a rock, and there's like a small wooden chest about that big. There should be plenty of rations in there to at least get us into Pelargir from here.
Oh.
It will wipe out my storage, but I'll have to replenish it. But
Well,
it'll do.
Thank you. I'd like to try looking for more food to at least help not get rid of the supply completely.
I appreciate it, but this is...
It's my West Run, right?
I understood you. It's perfectly fine. I appreciate it. This is by no means my only safe haven in this world. But we can definitely set out and take a look around. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Right, no advantage or anything. I was about to ask.
20.
Holy God.
Finally! Something? Big
20.
thing!
Here, we have all these rations in front of us. Now you get your good roll.
Yeah. Go figure. Between the pond and the sort of woods surrounding you, with Ashlyn's help, you're able to get a few more fish and even a doe. So you have enough to get you pretty much all the way to Pelargir from here.
Cool.
Which from where you are would probably be another 4 or 5 days.
So narratively speaking, is there enough time still to prep all of that for the rations for the coming days, based on what you said, or?
Yeah, with a long rest, we'll say with the two of you working on it, that you can have a fire and get everything prepped.
Okay, cool. And how many rations total was that? Did you just say?
And enough to get you there.
For all of us?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you a number because don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's enough to get you there.
Fair enough.
And if something catastrophic happens where, I don't know, a monkey steals your rations, well then you don't have enough to get there anymore.
Oh no. Alrighty. Cool.
You gotta concern yourself with the monkeys of Lebanon. They're little.
Let's say that was awkwardly specific, Brian.
I mean, you guys are in Lebanon.
No, I'm saying the monkeys stealing them.
I don't know, the scene in Indiana Jones popped in my head where the little monkey steals like the tomato out of it. Or the grape or whatever.
Cool. Well then after
that's my excuse and I'm sticking to it.
Then after preparing and everything, I'm going to, once again, as everyone else gets up or they're preparing, I'm gonna hand them more rations and then clean up.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
There's now like a better like, ha, I did it kind of face as I hand them out. Like, yay me.
It's definitely easier out here than going any further south to hunt, that's for sure.
Good to know.
Unless you fancy yourself fishing and go out on a boat, you might have better luck out there, but any further south from here and you're gonna end up in a desolate wasteland.
Have I been on a boat?
Have I been on a boat?
I don't know if Fig would have been on a boat.
I guess that's up to you to decide.
Yep, I'm gonna think about that. Carry on.
Alright. Is there anything anyone else wishes to do during their long rest?
Pretty
No.
much be sleeping.
Oh. Have I heard music lately? During this entire trip at all?
No.
Okay.
Nothing that's caught your attention out of the ordinary or anything like that.
Okay. I'm
Alright.
ready to go.
You guys pack up from Ashland's little safe house, get your things, and begin to trek out. Get away for a couple of miles, putting some distance between you, making up time for adding essentially a day to get here outside of the path. It does get a little bit more wooded closer towards the rivers that sort of become that sort of meet and lead down to the Anduin where Pelargir would be. So you start beginning to cross through various patches of woods and forest, and you're met with all sorts of sounds of wildlife and birds and just sort of the rustling of leaves going on. Cirion, right? Do I have that right? Checking everyone.
I am the lookout.
Give me a perception check, please.
Advantage or no? Wasn't sure if it was the embarkation roll.
I need to reread the embarkation roll real quick, because it is specific about it.
Malvhor.
Yes.
Yes, advantage.
Okay.
What is Pelargir? Names.
Yes!
Whoa! I was gonna ask what Pelargir is like to roleplay.
Well, it's like blah 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 blah. Fill in the blank, because I, as a player, don't know, but I've been there in character.
Pelargir is, having been there, you know it's one of the more larger cities of Gondor outside of Minas Ithil and Osgiliath. It is nestled on the Anduin and is pretty much the main harbor haven of Gondor. It is basically where the navy ships are built and where they are stored for the most part. It is a trade crisscrossing route, and it is a bustling city, more lively than Osgiliath.
Oh no.
It doesn't take much, though.
Natural 20, a total of 23 from Cirion. As you guys are moving through forested area, Cirion, your ears sort of perk up and you start hearing some almost feral, guttural sounds that are just don't seem to sound like a language to you, of just going, oh wow. And then after that, you hear like a low, methodic rumble almost. And then it sort of subsides. Couldn't think of the word. And you keep that in your mind, and you guys do press on a little bit to the point where you can sort of start making out shapes and visuals through the trees. And you see these very thinly very thin and short, almost malnourished looking creatures with like this grayish blue skin and big yellow eyes that are sort of scampering around in the forest. Some of them look like they've got knives on them and menacing looking short bows made of just like scraps or bone of some sort. And then as you're looking about, you hear the first noise seems to be coming from them, and you continue to look around looking for whatever was making that thumping sound. And over by the edge of like a larger pond, reaching in with these large hands and scooping up water and just gulping down, you spot a cave troll.
They brought a cave troll.
From where you are, you see these little creatures and this cave troll. They don't seem to have noticed you.
They're about to.
What would you like to do?
just let him be?
Well, you're the only one that sees this so far, right?
Oh, I thought he said we all saw it. Or,
Nope.
okay.
Just look out.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go inform everyone of what I just saw.
Oh, well, in that case, we just sneak around.
I agree. We're not in a position to really take on at least a fucking cave troll.
Can I, after hearing that, can I take a quick look around myself just to make sure we haven't been noticed? Like if there's not an ambush already set up nearby or anything?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Cool. So I was wanting to use my Vigilant Senses feature where it says I have advantage on perception checks when seeking to detect nearby enemies or ambushes. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking for...
Well said.
Huh?
Said well said.
I go...
Natural 20. For a total of 20.
Yes.
You quickly look around, and once Cirion sort of points them out, you notice them as well. They're very, I won't say lax, but they're very oblivious of where you are. You don't seem to notice any of them moving towards you or setting up any sort of ambush.
Okay. I realized it's a natural 20, and I also rolled a natural 1. Okay, then I'm going to give a quick nod after looking around with what Cirion said, and I'll go. No, I agree. Let's avoid them. Sneak around. My brain flopped.
That might have been my natural 20, but we'll see.
What?
Because if I made a stealth check next.
Oh no! Another nat 20. Let's all make
This
a nat 20.
If we get a third
This one's
nat
gonna
20 here.
This one's gonna be Cirion. I need the lookout to give a stealth check to guide the group past.
Okay, that's
no.
different.
Can I respectfully decline? Oh wait, that's no advantage.
13.
Sorry, so 13. Forgot to switch back my thing.
Too bad I couldn't assist with that or something. Oh my god, a cave troll. Have we all seen a cave troll before?
So, you take a moment, Cirion, and leave the group looking for a route that would safely lead you past this roaming band of whatever the fuck they are with a cave troll. And you quickly come to the realization that there is no safe route without drawing attention. Because of that, they still haven't noticed you, but you've determined that there's no way past them safely without fighting them.
I'll inform the group as such, and just tell them we might have to be ready for a fight. I don't know anything around them.
Oh, wait. I might have an idea.
All for it.
Oh, nope. Only at night. Never mind.
Yeah, well, I guess we fight, right? I feel like any idea we come up with will be too complicated. I feel like if we stick together in a straight-up fight, we can take this.
Cool,
Maybe-
TPK.
Maybe we can even get the drop on them.
Maybe we could pop a few shots off at the little ones.
I mean, I have a bow and 6 arrows.
So do I. Any objections, anybody?
Locke, you got arrows?
many shots did you take last session, Brian?
2.
I should probably have 5 left.
Sorry, I forgot to remove them.
It's fine.
I guess
Oh,
at
yeah.
least see if we can scare him away.
You think you could scare a cave troll?
Well,
I mean, she actually might be able to.
She might.
Based on the past.
I would add it to my litany of great accomplishments she's done.
oh god. I can try. I meant like the little ones to just freak them out after, you know, with like a small ambush of
Wait.
like arrows or whatever to scare them away.
How little are they?
They're little, right? Or did I misunderstand that?
No, they're small.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
In my head, I thought they were like 6 feet tall. I don't know why.
No, no, they are of size small.
Have I seen a cave troll? Are those
I'm gonna say no.
Okay,
not
I was
the
gonna
green
say so, but they have, I would think, yes, maybe.
I would assume I definitely have.
So I'm
Yeah.
assuming at this rate, Cirion mentioned cave troll, and I'm like, huh? A what?
I mean,
Or have I heard of them at
the
least?
3 of them will definitely have heard stories at the
Yeah.
bare minimum. Fig, you, however, just probably not.
Yay me.
Now, I have to crack the joke. Are these Hobbit cave trolls or Lord of the Rings cave trolls? One batch turned to stone, the other really didn't seem to.
Oh, well, you don't know. You'd have to get closer. to
Okay,
investigate.
fair enough.
I wasn't sure. I imagine the ones at the Battle of 5 Armies that had like weapons shoved through their arms and everything, and their eyes were blotted out. So I wasn't sure which you were referring to.
No, sorry.
Okay.
Just my own curiosity, because I know what I think I knew about that blade. By
Okay.
shiny. I just want to take a look at it right now. Anything out of the ordinary, or is it still just looking nasty?
Does not seem to have changed.
Okay.
Same old weapon you had when you took it.
Perfectly fine. Just one of those moments of,
Yeah.
I know what many of these do. Okay, not in this case. Got it.
Really? How old are you?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Well,
Did you notice the group seems to be breaking for a moment, and then they begin to start moving on in your direction at a slow pace.
ambush then.
I say we just hit him with a volley of ranged attacks, catch him off guard.
Big one
Agreed.
first, or all at once.
I was gonna say if we can focus the smaller ones down, then have less targets.
I can.
But
keep
we could
the
we
big one
could focus
busy.
the big one, and maybe if we kill the big one, the smaller ones will flee.
I think that might be possible.
I see Locke nodding his head yes, so I think that's the plan.
All I'm thinking at this point is I want to be hidden
I can
real quick.
keep the big one busy. Most likely.
I think we're all hidden right now. I'm just gonna take out an arrow and knock my bow.
Okay.
How is there any way I can, after seeing them prepping, sneak around to get close enough in distance to, like, I don't know, charge at the troll as an ambush? I
I'll
don't think
have you make a separate stealth check to see if you can maintain surprise as you get closer.
Yeah, I would like to get close enough to make a surprise, like, melee attack on the troll.
Just know that if your check fails, the whole group will lose an element of surprise.
even if I maybe wait for them to get ready first? Right? Or...
I mean,
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
they're ready for the most part. I understand right now, wherever they're going to be and whatever sort of attack they might be prepping. I haven't heard it from them, but I'm assuming the characters are doing what they're going to be doing. So before they even attack, if you move up and draw attention, the whole jig's up and we enter initiative.
Okay.
So you can still do it. I'm not saying no. I'm just want you to know what can happen here. As of right now, the party has a surprise round on them.
Can I then... No, you can't hold anything like an action when you're outside of combat, right? Like if I waited for them to do the surprise round first and then went in?
I mean, you can, but then you'd be wasting your own surprise.
The trouble is, Fig doesn't have any ranged attacks.
Well, so here's the situation.
Oh, wait! Yes?
How are you guys planning on ambushing them?
My thought was at least 3 of us could just hit him with a volley of arrows as an opening salvo in an ambush.
Okay. Okay, so from where they are now and where you guys are now, just attack.
As long as they're within range of our bows.
Okay.
Well, then I would like to wait for them to attack the troll, and once the troll's attention is caught, I would like to let out a mighty roar that is Fig and go right at the troll and attack.
Okay. So you're gonna wait for initiative essentially.
I will prep myself, yeah.
Okay.
I'll move maybe 10-15 feet away from the 3 of them to get ready to come at the troll from another angle to, distract him or something.
Okay. So as the enemy party begins to sort of move on from this little lake and pond, they get a few feet from where they were. The lumbering troll is sort of shifting about, looking around. The little blue creatures are sort of scampering, hunched over, and just sort of digging into the dirt and looking for various things, picking up various fauna and taking a bite out of it, putting it in a pouch. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
With advantage?
Hang on, I'm reading their stat block real quick. What the heck? I just lost something.
Oh, you!
Okay, yeah. Just making sure none of them had some stupid ability.
With advantage, you said yes?
Yes, yep.
Let the arrows fly!
16, 17, natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice! Maybe I don't need to attack this troll.
Damn.
As you all line up your shots and let your arrows fly, a 16, 17, and a 26, all of which will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Woo-wee! Let's go! It's just a little bit of damage.
I rolled a 1 on my damage dice. That 19 is what I did total.
Gotcha.
Class. How do crits actually work? Sorry.
In roll 20, that just adds an extra
In
die.
roll 20, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it
just
rolled
rolled
2d6
instead of doubling it.
And then it rolled another 2d6, it looks like.
I love how both of you answer at the same time when it's a DM question. The life of 2 DMs.
Okay.
So as you guys let your arrows go and they all three in unison go through the forest and across this pond. You see the first two sort of cream against its skin and sort of bounce off, and he stutters a step and looks over, and the third one impales right in the upper left pectoral, and it just looks over looking for the source of the shot as it reaches up for the arrow, grasps it and snaps it right off of him, and all the little ones look over and start analyzing the situation, and they all immediately lock eyes where you guys are coming from. And that's where we're gonna end.
Yeah. I was gonna say there's not gonna be a full combat this late.
I'm excited though, and horrified about a cave troll.
I mean, that was a good opening volley, if nothing else.
It was a really good
Yeah.
opening
30
volley.
damage.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And we will pick this up next week, but I will at least show you guys this for now, I suppose.
Ooh, what are they?
Ooh.
Things you haven't encountered before.
They look super vicious.
It looks very cute.
Cute and vicious.
So that's all for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Rolls sort of stabilized after a while.
Sure.
It was shaky at the beginning. But that's all for us. We'll be back next week with this starting with initiative. Thank you all, and we'll see you next week. Stay proficient, everyone. And may the rolls be forever in your favor, yada yada yada, that whole thing.
Bye.